Hello Taurus, welcome to your reading for October. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. I hope you like my spooky setup in honor of Halloween and Samhain. Alright, so we're pulling a couple of oracle cards for you to start with, and then we will move on to your tarot. You have Wolf. Devour the ferocious calling within the howling of your spirit. Run wildly into the freedom of your knowing. These cards are a little deep, dark and mysterious and a little cryptic, but I absolutely adore them. There are so many beautiful messages hidden, but I will consult the book for you. Let's see what we have for your archetype. Alright, that's way too many. I'm just going to take the top. We have the Ring. Nice. I don't get this much. I use this deck a lot. Finally, we have Spirit. Heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. Alright, let's talk about these real quick. Now, the Wolf is the last card in this particular deck. Number 44 could be significant. There's a temple right next door. You will hear a bell. Sorry about that. All right. Now, this talks about our animalistic nature as human beings. It talks about that primal and primitive nature that we're all born with. It talks about instinct and intuition and them being gifts from higher powers that help us discover happiness and support and well-being. It says, intuition is our inner knowing that connects us to the intelligence of the spirit realm and to the intelligence of the earth. Sadly, many of us have muted our animal natures. We've become too reliant on what we can see and have forgotten to tap into the intelligence that is already available to us. The Wolf is calling to remind you that you know your way home. You may feel lost or confused about something in your life. You may not know which direction to travel or what is safe to pick up along the way. The Wolf allows your instinct to take over. You receive this guidance through the urges you feel. It's like a push and pull right in the center of your being. There are a lot of cards of intuition and divine guidance and almost like the spirit holding your hand. And spirit could be anything. It could be anything you have faith in. It could just be the universe. It could be your ancestors. It could be your guardian angels. It could be God. There is an assistance of sorts here. But the only way you can make the most of that assistance is if you truly start functioning from that animalistic nature of yours. That gut instinct, that intuition, that sixth sense. Right? You may not be able to see answers right away and you may feel befuddled. You may feel like, okay, I lack direction. There's no clarity. I don't know what to do. Quiet your mind. Quiet your mind and sit with yourself. We don't realize that all the answers we seek lie deep within us. Why? Because we've lived multiple lifetimes and all of that wisdom has been carried forward to each lifetime. We're a pretty massive encyclopedia of wisdom. But we just don't know it because we're constantly functioning from the surface. We never allow ourselves to go deep enough. All right? Quiet time is important. And spending time with animals. If you have pets, if you have dogs, spend time with them. Try and understand how they function. All right? Now, when it comes to the Ring, this could literally mean an engagement. It could literally mean someone being proposed to very soon. In that case, congratulations. But the Ring talks about the Ouroboros. It talks about the cycle of life. It talks about beginnings and endings. And this is the World card for me. It talks about connection. It talks about a connection between the micro and the macro. It talks about a connection between us and the universe, between us and the collective, us being a part of a whole. I feel like sometimes we adorn ourselves with jewels and by jewels I mean concepts, constructs, ideologies, beliefs that may be completely outdated. Okay, we may be like at the end of that particular circle, ready to start something brand new, but we're stuck there. We're like, no, this is what is comfortable for me. I have learned this, right? What would happen if you're in 10th grade and you're like, no, I love 10th grade. I've learned everything. I'm a master at 10th grade. I'm going to sit here. 11th grade is going to be too difficult. You will never graduate. Okay, so that's what I'm getting here. There is a completion that is happening, and this doesn't have to be dark. It doesn't have to be the ending of something. It is almost a graduation of something. It is mastering something, because you've already mastered something in the past related to it. It's a leveling up of a kind, right? That's why the ring also represents marriage. It's possible that you're leveling up in a relationship. You may be getting promoted. It is the acceptance of that leveling up that is important here. It's almost like a combination of the Hierophant and the World card. That's what I'm getting. Now, when it comes to spirit, this is the 5th element. This symbol was created using the elements of fire, earth, water, and air. And spirit does, again, talk about heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. But to an extent, it talks about knowing your life's mission. If you are familiar with your birth charts, if you have your birth times, you can easily find where your north node is. Giving you an example, my north node is in Pisces, all right? I was born to be a healer. I was born to be spiritual. I was born to be someone who helps other people get out of sticky situations when it comes to the psyche, when it comes to the soul. Find out where your north node is. See what your life's purpose in this particular lifetime is. And there was a excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. There's a beautiful visualization that you could do. Imagine an amethyst, a lavender amethyst colored light streaming from the top of your head and heading upwards into the universe, and connect with divine beings, whoever it is you have faith in, and ask for their support. Another thing you can do is look out for white feathers. Take those as a sign that you have been heard and you are on the path that you need to be on. It doesn't have to be white feathers. It doesn't have to be an amethyst colored light. Choose your color, but almost like challenge yourself. You know, I do that with myself sometimes. I tell myself that, all right, this is the decision I am making. If I see a phoenix or someone mentioning a phoenix in the next 24 hours, that is a nod. That is a yes, all right? It's a green signal. So practice that. That is a great way to connect with your spirit guides. All right, let's see what your tarot says. There's a lot about trusting yourself here, a lot about trusting your intuition. I'm freestyling it. I don't have a particular pattern in mind this time. I feel like that just gives me the freedom to, be creative. All right, your first row has the Ace of Swords, the 4 of Wands, the Hierophant, and the 3 of Wands. Let's see your bottom row. Oh, wow. We have the 8 of Cups, the Strength card, the King of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords and the 10 of Swords. If I go a little deeper, we have the Ace of Wands and the Magician. Okay, Taurus. With the Ace of Swords right here and the 10 of Swords, it's quite funny how Aries had a similar energy, but with the Wands suit, they had the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Wands. I'm pretty much getting a similar energy here. When you think of the 10 of Swords, that is an overload. It's like a computer crashing because you've given it too many commands. I have a dog hair right here. It's going to keep bothering me. Anyway, so dog hair, wolf. Dogs may be important. Anyway, yeah, so the 10 of Swords right here is the overall energy of your reading, right? There is something that caused your inner computer to shut down. You remember I said when everything seems directionless, when you feel like you don't have answers, you need to connect with that primal instinct that you're born with. I feel like your mind is in overdrive. It's not being able to discern. It's not being able to make decisions because someone may have fed you either too much information that was laced with a lot of pain, and you're just like, I can't deal. I don't want to deal with it. What you can do instead of overwhelming yourself, is find that one truth that you agree with. I'm sure there will be something that you agree with in this whole situation. Find that one truth and hold on to it. That one truth is what is going to help ground you. You remember I said about that amethyst light. You can even visualize it going deep into the earth and grounding you instead of it going up in the ether. There is a particular truth that is going to help you graduate. I am not saying this is an ending of anything. I am saying it's an ascension. The 10 is an ending laced with a new beginning. The ring is exactly the same. When it comes to the King of Pentacles, now this is your energy. You could also be dealing with another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, doesn't have to be. But this stability that is needed is going to stem from this epiphany, from this aha moment. How this aha moment comes about, you would know. Whether it's through meditation, it is through a conversation, it is through that deep inner knowing. But there is a groundedness that is coming about. Air energy is not really your energy unless you have it heavily in your chart. But you are Venusian. You're ruled by Venus. You're Earth. It's a very luxurious kind of energy that Tauruses exude. It's a very grounded and stable energy that you exude. Make sure you are embracing that. Make sure you're not floating away. I don't know why I'm getting that. Anyway, we have the Four of Wands and we have the Lovers. There is a higher level of commitment here. Most certainly. Because with the Ring card, I don't like to, this isn't primarily a love reading, so I don't really like to throw love in just because, well, it gets more views. But it's staring me in the face. We have the Hierophant, the Four of Wands, the Lovers, the Ring, and Strength in the heart of your reading. There is some kind of higher level of commitment that wants to come about for you, but I almost feel like you're not trusting it. Either you're not trusting me telling you that it's coming about, or if it's already in your reality, you're not trusting it. You're like, no, either it's too good to be true, this person's just going to hurt me, or I've been through enough to know how people function. There is some kind of lesson here that you are carrying, and that lesson is it's becoming a burden. It's not becoming a solution for you. There is somebody who has a lot of love for you, most certainly. Somebody who wants to commit to you, most certainly. But with the Strength card, I'm almost feeling like it could be a Leo for some of you, it doesn't have to be. But I'm almost feeling like there's fear here. There's a sense of, oh, but what if it doesn't work? Because I've seen things fail in the past. I feel some of you may just walk away from this. You remember what I said about that computer being overloaded and just shutting down. I feel like you're putting too much pressure on yourself. With the Magician right here, now this is mercurial energy. Mercury is retrograding, at least till the 2nd of October, at least while I'm recording. There is a sense of miscommunication and misunderstanding, not just with the people that we deal with, but within us. We find it difficult to communicate with ourselves. We find it difficult to comprehend our own minds during Mercury retrograde. Not just Mercury, Jupiter, Mars will be going retrograde. Jupiter and Saturn and Pluto are all retrograding. They will be going direct in October. That is when that clarity will ensue. My advice, don't make any hasty decisions. I always say when the path forward seems muddled and difficult, stay put. Do not move. You don't know what lies ahead. You may, end up falling off a cliff. Right? Because everything's so dark. You don't know what lies ahead. Wait for that inner knowing. Wait for that clarity. Wait for that understanding before you make a decision. There could be something or somebody in here who could be glorious for your energy. Someone who could be beautiful for your energy. with two aces right here, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords, I feel like this isn't just like cold hard facts. It's laced with passion. It is laced with something that's going to light a fire under your bum. It's something that's going to give you that energy and vitality. I feel like with the nodes shifting, Taurus, you guys have been going through a whole lot mentally, and it's been reflecting in a lot of your readings. I'm almost feeling like this is a fresh start of some kind. With the Knight of Swords, I feel like this wants to come in extremely quickly. But you're just walking away. You're telling yourself, no, there's better out there for me. There's better out there for me. I'm just going to walk away. The Eight of Cups in the original Rider-Waite is somebody walking away from 8 broken cups. Broken cups. They're not broken. They're just empty. Right? And they're walking towards the darkness. It is the only card in the tarot that represents an eclipse. We have a new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio, the sign right opposite you, on the 25th. That is one of the main dates where clarity is going to be, well, it's going to illuminate your reality. I feel like you're walking away from something that could be phenomenal for you. With the Knight of Swords, it's possible that whatever this truth is, whatever this communication is, may come about very swiftly and in a slightly cold and rude way. But I almost feel like you would appreciate that. You being solid earth, I feel like you don't like to beat around the bush. You like hard facts. You will appreciate this truth, whatever this is. But I almost feel like you need to quiet your mind. You're not being able to filter out anything. With the Magician, I feel like you're manifesting from a very muddled place. You need clarity. The only way you're going to get this clarity is if you quiet your mind and start connecting with a higher power. What did I say? Wow. Oh goodness. Oh my, okay, I need to stop. That's way too many. All right. What did I say about jumping off a cliff? The Fool. The Fool, contrary to popular belief, doesn't just take a leap of faith. The Fool calculates. The Fool is carrying that little bag of lessons that are helping guide him. The Fool has a little dog on the side who could be a friend, who could be an advisor, who is guiding him, protecting him. It is not a blind leap of faith. It is a calculated risk. This leap of faith can only be taken when you have calculated those risks, when things have come to light for you. Once this 10 of Swords has turned into the Ace of Swords, wait. Wait for that clarity. 5 of Swords. Yeah, you're just trying to escape from this. You're like, it's too much. I can't deal with it. That's all right. You can't deal with it. You can't deal with it. But eventually you will have to. Whatever the situation is, you will have to come to terms with it. 5 of Pentacles. In the original Rider-Waite, again, the 5 of Pentacles represents two people standing out in the cold when there is a beautiful, warm, well-lit church in the background. The church represents your spirit guides. It represents the universe. It represents divine source. That wants to help, wants to invite you in, but you're like, no, I'm just going to stay outside in the cold. Accept that warmth. The 3 of Pentacles. I don't know why that's here. Kind of weird. The Empress. I feel like this talks about working. It talks about collaborating with your higher self to become the best version of yourself, so that you can find that confidence within yourself to make these decisions. I feel like you're not trusting yourself right now. This is your energy. This is Venusian energy. This is Taurus energy. And the World, Arboreus. Judgment. There is something that wants to either reawaken from the past. This could be a previous relationship. It could be a previous job. It could be anything. But I'm almost feeling like there is a lesson in here that you need to learn before it can successfully come back around. there is a stability here. There is a groundedness here that wants to come about for you. But like the Fool carrying that bag of lessons, I feel like you need to open up that bag and learn those lessons, truly learn those lessons, so that you stop escaping from your reality, Taurus. Okay. Again, very esoteric readings today. I don't know what's going on. I think it's October. It's such a transformational month, and there are so many transits. It is blowing my mind. There is a whole lot of change coming about in October, and I feel like a lot of that change is going to stem from deep within your psyche. It is not external influences. It's all internal. It's a rebirth before we hit Scorpio season, which is the Tower card, which is the Death card, which is rebirth. This is a preparation for that rebirth. It can be dark and difficult, but then eventually, I feel like once you graduate, the whole world opens up. All right, let's get you a few charms to close this off. Oh, we just have initials. That never happens. We have B, T, L, and F. These could be your initials. They could be the initials of someone you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be. They could even represent the names of countries or towns or schools or your business. You would know. All right, that was it for you, Taurus. Hope this helped. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.